Hey there, my friend. My name's Joe McVean, authentic branding coach and inspirational speaker. You might already know me, you might be new. But today I want to share with you seven daily actions that will help you develop really rock-solid self-confidence. And each one of these are things that I've implemented in my own life and that have become a vital part of every day for me. And the first thing is actually probably the newest addition to my life, and that's a clean, plant-based diet. So, further along behind in my journey, I was just eating meat all the time. I was thinking that the only way that I could develop a sense of certainty and strength was to plow down a bunch of protein. And this might not apply to women, but definitely for men, it'll apply to recognize that there's a rhetoric out there that if we want to be strong, we want to be powerful, that we have to have all this protein and be big and strong. And of course, being big and strong does help with confidence. But for all of us, there's another layer of confidence that comes from a place deeper than just what your muscles look like, than just what your body looks like. And that's what your body feels like. And before you even get into exercise, what I've found is that eating plants, like vegetables, fruits, potatoes, sweet potatoes, all sorts of stuff like that, eating plants actually brings me closer to the energy that makes me feel good in the first place. And me being scientifically thinking, how I sort of rationalized why this might be is when you eat foods that are closer to the sun on the food chain, you actually ingest more of that energy from the sun. And so maybe quantum mechanically you can think of it, that you're ingesting the positivity and the energy from the sun that gave rise to the energy and the life of the entire solar system. And bigger than that even. You can talk about the universe and you can kind of get pretty woo-woo with things. But most importantly, instead of the theory, is the experience of it. And so if you're experiencing that you feel way better when you eat nothing but plants and you get all the protein and the nutrients you need from plants, here's the thing that really started to happen practically for me in my journey, is that I wouldn't crash shortly after a meal. I wouldn't crash feeling like my own body had to detox the junk that I had just put in. And so it turns out there's a way to feed your body that makes you feel good and strong without having to correct the mistake that you made. This was a brand new experience for me as of like 6 months ago. And it has transformed energy. The amount of everything, the amount of energy that I have is just next level. So that's really just number one. That's most important. Lay the foundation for everything else by giving yourself the energy of not putting toxins into your body, thereby not working against your own momentum in the direction you're headed. Number two would definitely be self-discipline. Now, people have a funky relationship with the word discipline. And I think that's a doggone shame. Because when most people think of discipline, the problem is we were taught the word discipline first when we were kids as a means of parents disciplining children. So you think of it as a bad thing. You think discipline means no freedom. But I would venture to say that is just the sad little child in us that isn't ready to step into our role as an adult and really make a legacy in the world and help other people's lives. That's the child in us that never got to go out and play because the parent was disciplining them. And there's a time and a place for all that, of course. But I'm just reminding you, because it was important for me to remember, that discipline isn't just cutting off of the things that are fun. Discipline is actually self-love. Disciplining yourself to wake up in the morning and do the things that are best for you is a powerful skill to have. And in fact, it creates more freedom because the energy that you're able to bring into your life and day after that is next level compared to the energy that people who think that they should wait for the excitement or the energy or the inspiration to move into their day. You're going to be able to create far more than them. And because you create more, you're going to impact more people. And when you impact more people, life responds joyfully and beautifully for you. You get more results when you give more results. And so because of this discipline, man, that was so big for me. You get so confident in yourself when you know that even if your world is falling to shit, that you can hold it all together and bring the strongest version of yourself every morning. Every morning. Every morning. And it's not easy. It's never easy. Every single morning for me, I wake up and I'm like, I got a headache. You know, my stomach feels weird maybe. It's just all sorts of morning stuff. Maybe I've got aches and pains. It's too early. I'd rather sleep more. Whatever it is. You could either get the life you envision or you can get your excuses. And it really comes down to that. Unfortunately, there's a spiritual community that's really heart-centered and they're loving people. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to bring that heart and that love to the world, you have to manage your state, manage your energy, manage who you are being. not just how well you're feeling your body. Hopefully that makes sense. It's so critical to understand the importance of self-discipline. So that's just 2. We've got 7. Stay tuned. So number 3 is exercise. So when you wake up in the morning, you have the discipline to get up, bounce out of bed, make your bed, do all that stuff. Get yourself moving. Get yourself feeling good and strong and aligned. Get yourself in a situation where you know that even if your world falls to shit, your body's getting stronger. You're feeling better. You're more capable of taking on the day. It's so freaking powerful. Because it's so important to hedge your bottom line in life. Because you're going to have way more shitty days than good days. We all do. But if you wake up and you know that you're going to be strong, your bed is made, you're eating clean that day, then you know that even if this day sucks ass, the next one's going to be better. And then when you proceed into life with that expectation, your days end up getting better. Because you're strong enough. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life who you're being and what you are. So wake up in the morning, get yourself strong, get yourself moving. The oxygen that you're breathing into your body and the flushing out of your lymphs is just going to be next level for your self-confidence. But also, of course, when you look in the mirror and you see a body that's more toned and shaped, then you've got like the ripples in the right places like the magazines do and stuff. You know, maybe that's not applicable for absolutely everybody, but you can definitely get better. Everybody can. Everybody can. And it's so important to apply that discipline to exercise every morning. And I know this isn't like rocket science. We all know this conceptually. But what I'm really hoping to get to you is like when you have the courage to make the decision to make your life different, to make your actions different, everything around you starts to transform because your self-confidence levels up. And when your self-confidence levels up, you become naturally receptive to things that are of a different vibration, a different, more beautiful possibility for you. Instead of just bumping into them and then stepping out of them, you bump into them and you feel like, I came home into this new wealth. I came home into this new possibility. I came home into this new beautiful place in the world. I came home into this new beautiful relationship. I came home into this new beautiful way of treating my body and loving my life. When you come home into your success, it's not going to go away. That's why self-confidence is so freaking important. It's not just to have the courage to go make a sales call or just have the courage to do a Facebook Live. It's bigger than that. It's knowing that when you get the love in response to those actions, that you will belong in that response, that you'll belong in that place as home. Another powerful one, those were all kind of inner strategies, but another powerful one is building others up. So there's no such thing as a millionaire who's a victim. And what victims do is they look up at other people who have more or different or whatever, and they say, excuse something. You know, they say that couldn't be me. They say they just got there because. They say that's not possible because. Whatever. But instead, if you build people up, even people who are screwing up in your life, if you find a way to build them up, find something they're doing well, find something they're doing beautiful, and build on that. Wayne Dyer has a great way of explaining how when you build up children and catch them doing good, they want to do more of that good. So the people in your world who want your love, which is why all of us do all of the behavior we do, is to end up with love. The people in your world, they want love, so give it to them instead of making them try to climb a ladder of personally disempowering actions to get to some sense of love that may or not be there on the other side of addiction or other side of doing crazy negative stuff or just being a really negative person to get attention. Everybody wants love, so give it to them as a shortcut. Build them up, look them dead in the eye and say, I am proud of you. You are amazing. Really, give them a hug. Be bold, go first, give the love, be the energy first. And what ends up happening is that the people around you start lighting up and then you can say, wow, I did that. And then you feel fucking good about yourself. And then back doors in, building your self-confidence. Super, super powerful and super stupid easy technique that I don't know why the whole world doesn't use. And it doesn't have to be somebody that's like so close in your life. It could just be the barista at Starbucks or the guy packing your groceries at the grocery store. Or a loved one, ideally. Just give more love, my friend. Build people up and you'll start to feel way, way, way better. Another powerful one is to take an action, a small action or a huge action, every day in the direction of your dreams. So when you take a little action, a little bite-sized thing, you start to get excited about the little piece that you went further towards your dream. And when you get excited about the next piece you went further towards your dream, you eventually start building momentum. And you start to see, oh my God, my life can be whatever I freaking create it to be. And that's so liberating, because almost all of us are brought up in a situation, I know I was at least, are brought up in a situation where we have almost next to no confidence in our ability to do what we really want to do. And we're told that life just is as it is, and that, as Steve Jobs said in the really famous interview, that life just is how it is and you don't really have any room to bump into the walls. But when you have the confidence to start poking life and seeing that something else comes out the other side, that's when everything starts to change for you. And for me, when I realized that I could make a video on Facebook and that people all over the world, over time, would end up seeing these videos, and it would not only change their lives, but then it would start a coaching business for me, which was operated from a phone and a laptop and a backpack. I took that around the world, started traveling around the world, and I was able to do that from everywhere. Soon enough, I found myself literally on a client call at the base of the Eiffel Tower, and able to be on client calls in New Zealand and all over the place. But it was only because I was like, what if I just made one video? And then what if I made another video? And another video? And then momentum happens. And so now it's evolved into something way bigger than that original start thing. Now I speak places and it's awesome. But what I'm saying is that when you start to build momentum, there's an exponential effect. It's not linear. So you're not going to be doing the same tiny little actions over time. You're going to be overcoming that same little wall in you that doesn't want to take actions. That's the thing you do every day. But then on the other side of that wall, how much further you go with every bite you take, every action you take, it takes you so much further with every little action, because you learn leverage, you learn skills, you learn shortcuts, you get a coach, you get all these things start to happen, and you go further, faster, and it's liberating. And when that starts to happen, your growth curve starts to look like that, like a hockey stick. But it can't happen without every day taking a small step in the direction of your dreams. So I actually went in front of one I was going to say, which is clarify your vision. So don't just take action every day thinking it's going to go somewhere. I think it was Alice in Wonderland. There was a quote that says, if you don't know where you're going, then any road will get you there. So before you start taking these actions, make sure you sit down, get quiet, and feel into what is it that you want to create for your life. What is it that you're creating for you? What is it that really, really lights you up and matters to you? And then hold that vision in that place of quiet, hold that vision, write it down, put it everywhere you need to put it, and never deviate from it. Deviate in the how to get there, of course, but never ever deviate from it. Because you can pretend to quit on your dreams. And I say pretend because it's never actually going to go away. It's never going to stop being in your heart. It's never going to stop being your soul's purpose. All you're going to do is have a tougher time sleeping at night and a tougher time waking up in the morning because you knew you quit on yourself. And that's a little tough for some people to let sink in. The good news is, every day you can make a new decision to unquit yourself. To not give up on your own vision, on your own dreams, on your own life, on your own legacy, and the people that will benefit from it, not just in your lineage, but all throughout space and time. Meaning all over the world and for all of the future. Super, super powerful. Get clear on your vision. And you'll know as you continue to get clear on this vision that you are so freaking confident it's going to happen. Powerful, powerful stuff. Hopefully there's lots of nuggets. If you're getting some nuggets out of this, let me know in the comments what the nuggets are. The last one that I have here is to meditate. This is something I didn't catch on to the importance of for a while. I thought meditation was just to get focused, and it is. I thought it was just to be a little bit happier, and it is. But also deeper in the meditation, when you sit there and you let yourself just be, insights come to you through your meditation. Science isn't exactly clear on how or why this happens, but this is what we call intuition. This is what we call being guided or following your inner compass. And there is a guidance that happens in those meditations. And truth be told, it is that guidance that told me to quit my job. Maybe it's your higher self, maybe it's your inner self, maybe it's God or the universe or what, or spirit guides. I'm not really interested in what the name you give it is. I'm just here to tell you that there's a guidance inside of you to slow down and pause. And that thing gives you shortcuts. When you have a vision, when you meditate, you start to see, wow, these ideas, these thoughts that just seem like the greatest idea to do, and like everything else is dumb, why would you do anything else? Those thoughts are the things you act on the rest of the day. This video right now is exactly an example. Just an hour ago, I was sitting down meditating with a piece of paper in front of me, and it came through to me all the things that I do to boost my self-confidence. And every single time I do this, there's somebody in the internet that needs to hear this message, because that's how we're all connected. Some source or force knows that coming through me to you is an important message to share. And the same is true for you. And in fact, that is your prosperity. That is your creativity. So until you get to sharing that and acting on that inspired action, you're not going to see the results that you ultimately dream of, because you're constipating the universe, is one way to say it. You're not taking action on the instructions given. Hopefully that's resourceful to you, my friend. Go ahead, build your self-confidence and change the world by applying these to your life. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Every little one of these things starts to build momentum into this new self-image and new possibility for who you believe and know yourself to be and where you believe and know yourself to be headed. And eventually, you get to this place where if people don't like you, it doesn't fucking matter to you. Because you are so driven and so ready to make your impact on humanity and your impact on life. And you know the technology and the skills and the structure around it to bring that to the world. Because you commit to these daily actions every day. You're going to be unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Share this video if it's resourceful to you. I love you dearly, my friend. Have a beautiful rest of your day.